Hello everyone, and today's video we will be having a look at the latest heat wave ongoing, which I've been speaking about for the past couple of days. Today's video will actually be looking at what the temperatures will actually feel like instead of the actual temperatures. But we'll actually look at the actual temperatures first, and then after that we'll have a look at what it feels like. This can be impacted by, we'll have a look at humidity, the cloud cover level, the UV level, and the overall conditions. And we'll also look at the wind speed, which can either increase or decrease those feel like temperatures. These are 5 aspects which will increase or decrease, so make sure to stay till the end for every single piece of information you need to know for the heat wave ongoing. Now we'll currently see max temperatures. You can currently see we'll skip to Monday as is our peak, and we've got quite a bit of get through in this video today. You can currently see 26-27 degrees for most parts of England and Wales by 9 o'clock. Yes, by 9 o'clock, you heard it right, 9 o'clock in the morning. And you know that's 6 hours away from being the hottest hour. If we skip 3 hours forward, you can currently see those temperatures will drastically increase to 31 or 32 degrees for Midlands and also East Anglia and England, and the south west and east of England as well. For Wales, it is going to be have to miss out for some. But as we continue this chart, you can currently see the warmest hour at 33 or 34 degrees, which is nothing compared yesterday to what we saw of 35 or 36 degrees. I know it is colder, but still we have a risk of seeing a 34, 35 degrees still from either exposed spots, or it can either feel like that from what I'm going to provide you with the information next. But as you can currently see, those temperatures at 6 o'clock is still up into the 32-33 region. And then last but not least, as we head into part of 9 o'clock, some regions will still be up towards the 30 degrees by 9 o'clock. So that's really, really hot already. Now, continuing into midnight, those temperatures will actually still be up in the 20s and even mid-20s for some parts of the UK. And then those temperatures, some will actually be facing so-called a tropical night. And a tropical night is when you don't see those temperatures drop below 20 degrees at all, which is what we see here. The coldest hour is at 6 o'clock in the morning or 3 in the morning. And look at that. Inside that East Anglia or London area is still up towards 23 or 24 degrees. So that's basically a successful tropical night. But those temperatures on Tuesday even higher, with highs of 34, 35, even 36 or 37 inside that London area. But this has moved the day after, so I anticipated this was going to stick on Monday, but turns out this has moved onto Tuesday instead. And France, look at that, 41, 42 degrees on the corner of the screen there. Really, really scorching already. But for the UK, up into the mid-30s widely for England, and also exposed could get up to high 30s, if not close towards 37 or 38 degrees. Now let's move on towards from the maximum temperatures towards the precipitation. You can currently see those temperatures will be drastically decreased if we see cloud amounts. So on Monday is where we see the peak of that. And on Monday, actually, on 3 o'clock, it is going to be sunshine for the south with that odd shower or two. And these will actually be isolated, very, very scattered around just that Midlands area. But it doesn't look like it's going to affect the heat of the heat wave at all. As for the south, look at that, we got no grey, that means no cloud. For the north, it will feel colder because we've got that rain and the cloud on top of it. And this is why we could see all sunshine for the heat wave upcoming. And around 3 o'clock still, there is gonna be sunshine there. But on the Tuesday, it's more of a lucky day for some, especially for the southwestern England and part of central England as well. As we move on to the hottest hour, you can currently see it's only part of East Anglia and that southeastern England where we see sunny spells. So that could be the hottest for them, and it could be full sunshine again for them. But that's basically all I need to go through with the precipitation run. The next run will be the wind speed. This can depend on if it's going to feel colder or hotter. The lighter the wind, the hotter it's going to feel, and even no wind or very slight with 1 or 2 mile per hour is going to feel very, very light as well. But again, if it's gusting up to around, I don't know, a 10 or 20, it'll feel a few degrees colder. But let's go towards the hottest hour onto Monday. We have got a slight breeze, just a tiny breeze towards the south there, with southerly winds picking up at around 10 to 13 miles per hour, gusting at around 24 to 25 miles per hour. So this could definitely add a bit of wind chill on it, but most likely those winds is not going to be cold. These wind will be mild, but it will actually be hot. These wind will actually be hot if you catch a gust. It won't be cold at all, it will be hot, but that can still lower your temperature down because it's some sort of wind direction blowing away. Even though it's hot, it can still lower those temperatures by minimally 1 degree. But even though that's not much of a difference, it can still do something. 1 degree still kind of does something. But on Tuesday now, you can currently see those temperatures will lighten on noon and then strengthen again onto, I would say, the hottest hour 3 a.m. and 3 p.m. again, with gusts with average wind speeds of again 6-7 miles per hour for inland. For the coast, it will be around 10 to 13 again. The wind gust will be gusting for inland 15 to 20 miles per hour, whilst for the coast it will be around 30 miles per hour. So again, this will be warm wind, not cold wind. But again, these can at least lower the temperature by a tiny bit. But let's move on towards the next chart, in which we got the overview temperatures. On Sunday, let's move back on Saturday actually, 29 degrees, and for I'll say London, 32 for Norwich, 27 for Birmingham, 25 for Southampton, and these will be in cloudy conditions except for Norwich, which we see scattered cloud. On to Sunday, those cloud amounts will be lowered, with temperatures up to 34 degrees in London, 28 in Southampton, 28 in Norwich, and 30 degrees in Birmingham, and 26 in Plymouth, and it will be scattered cloud, not those grey clouds which we see or very often in the UK. But on Monday, 36 degrees and full sunshine for London, 31 degrees, full sunshine for Southampton, 31 degrees, full sunshine for Norwich, 27 degrees, partly cloudy for Plymouth, 34 degrees, partly cloudy for Birmingham, and 27 degrees in Liverpool, and 34 in York as well. On to Tuesday, it is going to be cooled down a little bit, but the UKV makes it the hottest day for some reason, with highs of 33 degrees, partly cloudy in London, 28 in Southampton, 24 in Plymouth, 29 in Norwich, and grey clouds up above that. What we can get from this is Monday will actually be the hottest, and actually those maximum temperatures on Monday, oh look at that, all red. Look at that, I don't even know what that is, 35, 36 degrees, don't even know what that color that is, but the shade of red is very similar from 30 to 40 degrees, so I really don't know what that is. I'll say it's around 35 or 36 degrees, but I definitely do not know what that is. However, the overview map is saying on Monday it will be the hottest with 36 degrees, full sunshine. So what we can get from that is we can see it's going to be very hot with sunshine, 36 degrees. This is the overview, not the feel like temperature. 36 degrees in full sunshine, which can feel like 37 or 38 if you've got high UV level, which I think is what we will look at next. Yep, UV forecast onto Saturday, onto Sunday actually, as we head into part of Sunday. Warmest hour at 3 o'clock, that yellow zone indicating 3 or 4 UV level, which is moderate for the time of year. But let's move on to our next day, which is the day on Monday. Again, those UV levels will stay pretty moderate with that odd 5 or 6 degrees in there. But continuing into Tuesday, let's see if this run agrees. And you can currently see again that very similar thing with 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 UV level, which is moderate to high, which is again where we expect for the time of year. But this is the total sky UV. Let's go to clear sky UV. And this is the UV level you only get from clear skies, not cloud amounts. Now let's revert back onto Saturday. And onto Sunday, you can currently see those temperatures again really similar. That orange getting barely into the UK. Let's look at noon. Those UV levels actually on Monday at noon will actually be at the red zone, which is 8 or 9, which is already pretty high because I looked at noon. But on Tuesday at noon again, let's look at these from noon. Again, that red touching the southern coast of the UK, which is high to very high UV level, sunscreen protection required or recommended for most parts of the south, if this is what it's going to be like, if it's going to be high level. But let's move on towards the relative humidity. You can currently see this basically humidity, but said in a fancier way. You can currently see those temperatures on those humidity on Sunday is going to drop in the middle of the day, and you know when the humidity is lower you get colder temperatures. So those temperatures at those humidity at 40 or 40s into the mid to high 40s for the humidity, so it will feel around the same. But as we move on to Monday, those humidity do drop down towards 29 or 28, which is actually drier, which will feel colder with the with widely actually 30 or 30 with percent humidity to 40%. Isolated, however, will be down towards below 30, which will drastically drain those temperatures. And look at that, as we head into Tuesday, those humidity, look at that, not even 20%, down towards 18-17% humidity, which will definitely make those temperatures colder on Tuesday. I think that is why when we were looking at the other chart thinks Tuesday will be a colder day. And I think this is why, because the humidity is extremely low on that day, with isolated up towards 15 to 14%, which widely will actually be up into the 20 to 30% region. But for the southeast especially, it will be actually go under 20, which again will make those temperatures colder. And that's the end of this video, I think. Let's look at the humidity. Yes, there we go. Those humidity will be pretty low, but then they will rise again as the sun tries to set. Will rise again back towards the 70s and the 80s. But still, as we continue this run, the heat wave will continue from then. Now, thank you for watching this video, and until next time, goodbye.